guys, I am back with another video. Today's video is going to be talking about The Walking Dead Season 10. So this is going to be my review for episode 12. So first off, if you haven't watched episode 12 or if you're not caught up with The Walking Dead, your spoiler alert is ahead. So this is going to be my overall review for episode 12. And yeah, I want to hear your guys' thought of episode 12. So, hands down, I really love the episode, especially towards the end of the episode. I will get to it. So, yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's probably one of the top episodes that I like in this season. So, yeah, so we see them based off from episode 11 with them fighting the hilltop and stuff. So, we see the whole inclusion of our people fighting off the Whispers with this herd, and the hilltop pretty much goes in ruin or whatever, pretty much goes down. So we see all that. We see Ezekiel try to find the kids, but Earl finds the kids and gets the kids out, with Judith pretty much fighting off some walkers or Whispers, and finding out one of them is a Whisper, and she hurts them and they lean up to dead. I thought that was pretty interesting. She has killed a lot of walkers and stuff. I think this is probably her first person that she actually killed that she knows of and stuff. So it's just the scene of her seeing someone die because of her hand, and Errol takes them away and the kids away to safety, I think to where Henry took Lydia at. Maybe I might be wrong. Let me know if that's what Errol took them to. But yeah, finding out later in the episode that Earl gets bit, and he tells Judith that he doesn't want to hurt the kids, that he's going to take his own life, and he leans up to take his own life, but he comes back, and Judith has to put him down, and just see the motion of her, with her and Earl having that moment of he saying that he wants to be with his wife and son, that he was very proud of her, that Judith's a very strong young lady, that she has to protect the kids till someone comes and gets them and stuff. And I really love that moment, and just the scene when she puts Earl down, and then Daryl and Jared and not Jesus, but King Ezekiel finds the kids. Daryl comes and tries to comfort Judith and pretty much say it's gonna be okay. I love the Daryl and Judith moment. It just, them two makes my heart melt, because I love seeing them two, because Daryl's named her the last kicker and first to hold her, and it's just watching them through the years, and now between Judith is a lot older. So with that, we see that Carol's, when they were fighting at the hilltop, you see her overall watching everybody, and she just, I think she really feels guilty of what leads up to this, about the whole cave situation. She's grieving about Henry. She wants to take out Alpha, and you just sit there and watch her just look overall like what's happened, what become this moment, and all that. So we see that. We found out that Magna is alive, but Connie is still missing. So it's interesting to see if she's alive or not. So I'm hoping we get some kind of answer about Connie this season, I'm hoping. But yeah, Magna's alive, and you could just tell that her and Connie got out of the cave alive. We know she's alive when Connie and Magna split up, but you could just tell the whole trauma of the whole situation. And Yumiko, when Magna and Yumiko and Carol and Eugene's out in the woods, Yumiko confronts Carol like, hey, you done this, you need to go out and try to give her forgiveness, this is all your fault, and this keeps on, and then Yumiko punches Carol, and Mayna and Yumiko talks about how you shouldn't have done that, and all this stuff, and they pretty much, Mayna's like, I don't want to do this no more, and all this stuff, and they wind up breaking up, because I guess Mayna didn't like how they left off before the whole cave situation with pretty much, I think Yumiko kicked Mayna out or something like that, because the whole situation with her and stealing the stuff and all that stuff. So it was very interesting to find that out. I'm interested to see what's next for Yumiko and Mayna, or is Mayna going to recover from all this situation. So yeah, I really like that moment. And then we see the moment between Eugene and Carol talking about feeling guilty and feel like it's their fault and stuff. So that was a cool moment. They had them two characters interact and stuff. So yeah, so we see that. We see the aftermath of the hilltop with Beta and Alpha and Negan, and the situation with Negan taking out someone from the hilltop he put down, and Alpha's like, don't kill him, just make him turn. And Negan's like, okay, my mistake. And then Alpha talks about she just wants, everything's not complete, and Negan knows it's Lydia. And Beta steps in and says, it's not your concern, just gather up the herd, get a herd back up, or the Guardians they call it. And I love that moment with Negan causing Beta a dick and stuff. So I like that moment. And then you see Negan try to do that, try to gather some heart walkers and stuff, but it freaking failed, and he's like, screw it, I'm killing these fuckers. And when he killed him, he turned around and sees Lydia out in the distance of her being injured. So he pretty much goes after her, and you see the intensity he takes her, and we thought that it leads up to a moment of Alpha. So, but yeah, we see that. We see Gamma, or Mary, and Alden and Kelly with the baby. Baby Adam, I think that's his name. Gamma's nephew. And we see him being upset, and Gamma's like, let me take care of him and stuff. Alden was not wasn't excited about it, but the baby did calm down. And Alden kind of trusts Gamma and stuff. And then she knows something's up, so she gets Alden, the baby, and Kelly barricaded in a vehicle, and she goes out to help get the little mini herd away. And it leads up to Beta finding her, and Beta freaking kills her. And in this mask, she rips some of Beta's mask, and Gamma dies and turns. And Alden puts her down, and Beta runs off. But I thought that moment right there was very intense, because there was a whisper, recognize Beta. So it kind of gives you the extra what Beta was, that Beta is a famous person. Someone recognized him, and Beta's like, nope, you're done. So yeah, Beta runs off, and I'm intrigued of, does Beta get a new mask or what? So, but other than that, we see Alden putting Gamma down. So Gamma does die. So there's 3 deaths in this episode that they highlighted. So yeah, I'll get to the big one that I think it is. So Daryl and Rosita and Jerry and a couple other people are trying to figure out where the kids are. They assume that Keenan's Eagle got them out, and Jerry's wife, I can't think of her name, is worrying about the kids. She wants her kids. And they get to where Katie Ziegler told them and they're not there. And she's upset. And so they split up. And Katie Ziegler was at the hilltop. And Earl told Ezekiel where they at. So they find them and stuff. So I guess they're all going to be going to Oceanside now. Or Alexander 1 to recuperate, to figure out what's next, because Hilltop is pretty much just gone. They lost Hilltop. So, and so I'm gonna be talking the big moment at the end of the episode of Negan and Alpha. So Negan and Alpha are talking because Negan tells Alpha that he found Lydia. She's at this place and all that stuff, and they go back and forth with Negan talking about Lucille, about she died of cancer and stuff, and he felt when she died that he felt nothing. He didn't feel sad, angry, or happy, or nothing. He just feels pretty much numb, and he was put on, left to live or be put in this nightmare without her. And Alpha's like, well, you think every day you wish you was with her and all that stuff. And they go back and forth of Alpha's like, I love Lydia, but I have to kill her to make myself better. And Negan called her out, said, you're just pretending that we don't have no emotions, that we're animals and all this stuff. You're going to kill your daughter. Why not? And Alpha's like, after all this is over, after I kill Lydia, you gonna be promoted as like me and Beta. And Negan's like, oh, okay, but what am I? And you could just see that it was, this whole thing with Negan and Alpha, I think it was built up to this moment, and it was played out wonderful from the comic. They brought it up in the TV show. They played it out wonderfully, and I really enjoyed it. But yeah, Negan leads Alpha to this cabinet, and we see him back and forth between them two and Lydia, because Lydia is tied up in a chair, and you're just seeing your heart pumping. It was just like, oh my gosh, Negan has her in that cabin, and she's tied up, and Alpha's gonna kill her and stuff, and you see Lydia trying to get out, because that's what she thinks, that Negan's on her mom's side and leaning up to kill her. But finding out when Alpha opens that door and Lydia opens her door, Lydia's somewhere else. She's not in that cabin. And Alpha looks like she's not here, and she turns around and Negan slits her throat. And she pretty much dies, and it was played out wonderfully with Negan kissing her before he slits her throat, and kisses her when she dies. And it leads up to, at the moment it reviewed of Carol letting Negan out. It was a plan all along that Carol went down there after the whole Lydia situation, because she knew that Negan was going to die because he accidentally killed someone, and she went down there and said, hey, I'll let you out if you do this. You go to the Whisper Camp, you get Alpha trust you, and you kill her and bring her head back to me. And that was pretty much what it was, because, and she's like, it took you long enough, and we're like, holy shit. But yeah, overall with that, and then we see the moment with Aaron and Negan and injured Luke. I wonder what the heck happened with Luke. But other than that, we see that with Aaron try to kill Negan, and Negan's like, ho ho ho. And that scene gives you a way of Negan's not on the Whispers, he's on our side. But overall, I can't wait to see episode 14, because episode 14 is going to be a very interesting episode of the aftermath of Beta finding out Alpha's dead, that Negan done it. Beta's gonna release the herd on everybody. How is everybody going? Daryl and all them's gonna interact with Alpha's dead, that Negan done it. What's Lydia gonna think? What's Negan's faith? What is next overall? Like, what's going next after what happened in episode 12? So, yeah. Like I said, let me know what you guys' thought of the episode in the comments below. What was your favorite moment? What's your least favorite moment of the episode? And, yeah, what you guys thought of what's next for after this episode. Because after that, we got Michonne's episode, so we have to wait at least 1 or 2 weeks after this episode to find out next for everybody. And yeah, so if you're new to my channel and you like what you see, I cover a lot of stuff with Walking Dead, like reactions, review, theories, predictions, and other stuff with Walking Dead related. Like I said, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell for you guys to keep up with new videos. And I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll check you guys out in my next video.